Welcome back to Homey Deco, where we transform your house into a true home. Step into a world of inspiration, creativity, and timeless elegance as we explore the art of home decor together. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our community of design lovers as we embark on a journey filled with charm, sophistication, and the magic of beautiful spaces. Ralph Lauren. Christmas is 2025's holiday decor. There's a certain kind of Christmas that feels like coming home to yourself, the kind wrapped in velvet, brass, and the soft glow of tradition. It's not about newness, but about rediscovering beauty that has quietly endured. This season, Ralph Lauren invites you to step into a world where elegance whispers and every detail tells a story worth remembering. The table becomes the heart of the season, where laughter meets the soft glow of candlelight. A tartan table setting captures that sense of warmth and legacy, weaving together hues of crimson, green, and navy. Each stripe feels intentional, like memories crossing over time. The polished china reflects the flicker of brass candlesticks, while the plaid runner grounds it all in timeless charm. There's something reassuring about patterns that have endured for centuries. They speak of family, of gathering, of belonging. When the plates are cleared and the laughter fades, the table still hums with quiet grace. It reminds us that style is not fleeting but inherited. A tartan setting, simple yet dignified, holds more than food, it holds continuity. Soft tartan throws, draped with care, bring texture and nostalgia into familiar corners. Over a worn leather chair, they rest like a comforting gesture from winters long past. The pattern whispers of old lodges and snowy evenings spent by the hearth. Plaid, in its muted richness, carries both structure and ease. It speaks to a home that values comfort without surrendering refinement. Each layer invites relaxation while maintaining a composed beauty. The interplay of texture and tradition creates balance, a visual poem of warmth and grace. These layers don't just warm the body, they embrace the spirit. They remind us that home is not a display but a feeling carefully woven over time. There's a quiet glow that only burnished brass can offer. Not shiny or new, but seasoned, with a depth that feels lived in. When paired with flickering candles, the metal reflects a golden hue that softens the entire room. These pieces tell stories of evenings spent in gentle light and unhurried conversation. They carry a patina of memory, a warmth untouched by modern haste. Set upon a mantel or a dining table, they anchor the decor in authenticity. Brass doesn't compete, it enhances. Its subtle sheen creates harmony between the old and the new. It's the kind of beauty that doesn't need introduction. It simply belongs. Velvet, with its deep luster and softness, brings an unmistakable richness to a space. Each cushion, each armchair draped in the fabric, feels like an invitation to linger. The material catches the light differently at every angle, shifting between shadows and shimmer. Burgundy, emerald, and sapphire tones infuse the room with quiet drama. There's something almost romantic in its tactile appeal, a reminder that comfort and elegance can coexist. When paired with brass or leather, the contrast deepens its allure. It evokes the luxury of heritage hotels and countryside estates. Velvet doesn't shout, it murmurs refinement. To touch it is to understand why the simplest seat can feel like a throne. Leather tells its story in texture and tone, aging gracefully as the years unfold. Whether it's a well-worn ottoman, a stack of coasters, or a picture frame, the material brings depth to the surroundings. Its scent carries whispers of libraries, travel, and timeless craftsmanship. In a room filled with tartan and velvet, leather adds grounding, an earthy soul to balance the refinement. Each mark, each crease, becomes a symbol of life well lived. It doesn't fade with age, it evolves. The warmth of its tone complements the glow of brass and the softness of textiles. Together, they create harmony between strength and softness. Leather doesn't decorate, it endures. The Nutcracker stands guard, not just as decoration but as a keeper of seasonal magic. Each figure, hand-painted and slightly imperfect, brings character to the room. They evoke memories of old European markets and candlelit parades. Placed upon the mantle or console, they form a charming tableau of nostalgia. The wooden craftsmanship reminds us of the beauty in tradition. Among the brass and tartan, these figures offer whimsy without losing elegance. Their presence connects generations, bridging the past with the present. They are small, yet they command a sense of reverence. To display them is to honor the season's heritage, quietly, gracefully, and with heart. etched glass catches the candlelight in the most captivating way. Each sip feels like partaking in history, where form meets timeless function. The weight of the glass, the delicate engraving, it's a tactile pleasure that modern pieces rarely replicate. On the sideboard, a collection of cut crystal tumblers gleams beside a decanter of amber spirits. The sparkle suggests celebration, but with restraint and refinement. These pieces elevate the everyday moment, turning it into ritual. Their charm lies not in perfection but in craftsmanship. When raised in a toast, they chime softly, echoing the spirit of old gatherings. In every reflection, there is a reminder: elegance is in the details. In one quiet corner, a bear in tartans stands proudly, embodying both nostalgia and playfulness. This iconic figure softens the sophistication of the space with a touch of whimsy. Surrounded by small keepsakes and perhaps a framed sketch, it becomes a symbol of warmth and affection. The bear's familiar charm speaks to memory and comfort, reminding us that elegance can smile. It bridges the grandeur of design with the heart of home. Each glance toward it feels like meeting an old friend. This is where nostalgia rests easily beside refinement. Within its simplicity lies the reminder that joy, too, is part of beauty. bedroom dressed in layered fabrics feels like a gentle embrace after a long day. Tartan duvets mingle with velvet throws and ruffled shams in hues of winter green and deep wine. The interplay of textures calms the senses while exuding quiet sophistication. A brass lamp at the bedside casts golden light across the folds. Each material holds warmth, both visual and emotional. The layering invites pause, encouraging one to linger a moment longer in stillness. It's not mere decoration, it's a sanctuary of touch and tone. The beauty lies in restraint, in knowing when to stop. Here, serenity meets heritage under the soft weight of fabric and memory. The fireplace stands as the home's heartbeat, its mantle dressed in history. Plaid stockings hang beside brass tools and leather log baskets, telling stories of countless winters. Each ember glows against the polished metal, reflecting comfort in every flicker. There's a rhythm to the crackle of fire, a song of belonging and warmth. This space isn't designed merely for beauty but for gathering. Around it, laughter blends with the scent of pine and candle wax. The decor speaks quietly, reminding all who enter that heritage is not static, it's lived. The hearth doesn't just warm the room, it keeps tradition alive. The first step inside sets the tone. A tartan runner greets with familiar comfort, while a brass mirror reflects soft winter light. A vintage umbrella stand and a small vase of greenery whisper understated elegance. The air feels calm, scented faintly of pine and leather. There's a promise here, of stories shared, of warmth beyond the door. The simplicity is intentional, the balance perfect. Each piece feels chosen, not placed. It's a quiet welcome that needs no grand gesture. Home begins not with what we see, but with what we feel upon arrival.